Hey everyone, so just to introduce myself first of all, so I am Julia from Van Life and More. We have a page over on Instagram, so if you want to give us a follow on there. This is the first YouTube video actually that I've done. We did a short one a few weeks ago with just a little mini van tour. So we got our Adria Twin Supreme 640 SGX in October, having waited I think since January, although that was a cancelled order that we managed to pick up. So I know that there is still a bit of a wait on these vans and for people who are waiting to get them. But I just thought I would do a bit of a longer and more in-depth tour of the van, because we certainly found these really useful when we were looking to buy our van. We looked at loads of different makes and models and went to shows to try and work out what would work for us in terms of layout and functionality. Obviously there's loads on the market of these size vans, so I think it's important for you, if you're looking to get one, just to work out what it is that you want. What are the sort of key things that you're looking for, that you need, that you want. Do you want a fixed bed? Do you want a bigger lounge? Do you want a rear lounge? Do you want a dining area? Do you want a built-in kitchen? All of those things, storage, bathrooms, there's so much out there. So I think, yeah, just really consider your options and go and see as many as you can, really. Watch as many videos as you can, because we certainly found that really useful. So I'm going to do a little tour now so that you can see what our van looks like. How the storage is, how the bed and everything works, because again that differs to a lot of models that are out there as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoy watching, and if you've got any questions, we'd be happy to answer them, having now had it for a few months and we've done a few trips already. So yeah, feel free to reach out and ask any questions. Okay, so just starting in the cab area. You've got two captain seats which swivel right the way round. We've put covers on them, as you can see, just to protect the seats. You've got this lovely skylight here, which really makes such a difference internally. Having that extra light coming in is really fantastic. And then you've got this blind as well, which comes all the way up, and they are blackout as well. It's amazing how dark it stays in here at night. And then on the front, on the windscreen, you've also got blinds as well, which I'll just try and show you quickly. So they come across from there, and obviously the other one comes across and meets that in the middle. So again, that keeps it completely private and blacked out. We went for the 9-speed auto, which I have to say is fantastic. Ours is 160 brake horsepower, so plenty of power for everything that we need. So just moving around, we've got the dining area here, which you have your dining table as well, and you've got a little bit here which you can pull down the knob, and then this bit twists out so that you can have whoever is sitting there, sitting on the driver's table. You've got your bit that comes out, and you can have your dinner there as well if there's 4 of you traveling. Just moving over to the kitchen area. You can see that we've got, excuse my Crocs there, you can see that we've got a built-in oven here as well, which we haven't actually used yet, but we do intend on using that, because I do think that's quite a handy feature to have. And then here you've got your double hob, which, as a lot of people have commented, this one is kind of a normal size, but then this one is a bit smaller. So if you've got 2 big pans, you do struggle to get them next to each other. So that's probably the only downside, I would say, to this part of it. but we've just, you know, worked around that, and we've got a, you know, a couple of smaller pots and pans that we use which work absolutely fine. And then you've got your sink over here, which has hot and cold running water if you've got your boiler operational. And then you've just got a little storage shelf here, which, as you can see, we just keep some salt and pepper and bits and bobs in. And above here is quite a large cupboard. So we've just got our sort of cups and sugar, and it's a mess. And just to show you as well, over the driver's side, you've got your Mac app, which that just means that you can operate some of the functions from your phone if you download the app. So you can operate the heating and the fridge and other bits and bobs as well. And you've got quite a big cupboard over this side, so we just store some food and then other sort of essentials over there. And then in this one, again, this is sort of a main food cupboard, so we just store our food in there. And then we've just put our TV in as well, which we managed to get second hand off Facebook Marketplace, so that's great. And then the kitchen cupboards are really good. They're quite deep and you can get loads in them, so that's one that we just keep our utensils in. And then down here we've got our plates and cups and yeah, bowls and other bits and bobs there. You do get carpets with the SGX as well, but we've just taken ours out for the winter, just because we've got a dog and it does get quite obviously wet and muddy in the winter, so we've just taken those out for the time being. We've just got a runner so that I can wash that. And then in here is all our saucepans, frying pans, colander, cutlery. So as you can see, they're quite big cupboards, really useful spaces. And then this one here, we've just bought one of these plastic drawer units from Wilko's, just to, again, keep other odds and sods in there. And then the fridge, which, as you can see, is plenty of room for food and alcohol if, like us, you don't eat any food. So that's a really great space. And then here we've got the bathroom, which is a really good feature. It's very clever in the fact that you've got this space-saving door which swings across, keeps the toilet and everything dry for when you're having a shower. So that's really good. The shower we've used a few times and that's, yeah, works really well. So yeah, there's the cupboard there as well. And then you've got this tambour door which just pulls across. You've got the clip at the top there so that you can keep it pushed back while you're driving, just so that doesn't fling about. And then yeah, you can clip that back on, keep that secure. And then we've got our bed area. So you've got these storage cupboards up the top here, which in the SGX aren't very wide, I will say, so you can't get an awful lot in these cupboards. So we've just got a pack away towel and some bits of clothing and stuff in there, but they're not as wide as some of the other models like the SLB, which have them that go across the back there as well. The reason they don't in the SGX, I'll show you in a second, but is because of the raising bed. So that's what those straps at the back are for, so the bed can raise up and down. So I'll show you that now, and that is operated just by a switch up here. So if we want to put the bed up, then we just press that button and the bed raises, so that then you've got access to all the garage area underneath. And depending on what you've got on the top, that does go a bit higher. But I haven't moved the pillows and stuff out of the way. So under here, you've got a fantastic storage area, which we've just put one of these storage boxes in, and we keep our things like our dry robes and some extra clothes if we're going on a longer trip in there. We've got our chairs at the back, and then we also bought one of these small garden boxes, which we just keep things like a clothes airer for the summer. We've got our beach shelter, we've got our picnic blankets, we've got our hoover, just extra bits and bobs really, storage stuff. So that's that. And then you've also got some extra cupboards at the back here as well. So again, these are quite big and deep. We tend to use this side here for the dogs bits and bobs there. And then we've got another drawer here, and another pull-out cupboard there. And then at the back, that's your cupboard for your LPG gas bottles. So you can fit 2, I think they're 6 kg bottles that go quite well in here. We've got 2 in there, so they work fine. And then just tucked behind here, you can see this here. That's actually a door, so that will flap across this section here. So if you wanted to keep the garage separate from the rest of the van, then you can just flap that door round, and then that closes all of that off. So then when the bed's down, obviously you can't see any of the stuff then that's in the garage. So just moving on now to the control panel above the door. So again, this is different to any of the videos that we have seen online. So these panels have now been changed slightly. So this is where you control everything from. So when you switch the button on at the top, you've then got the operation for the lights. You've got the temperature gauge, so that will tell you the inside and the outside temperature. You've got your settings panel so that you can adjust the time and everything else. And then you've got your water pump, the battery, so that will tell you what the battery levels are, and then that's your water, so you can see the levels of your waste and fresh water as well. So I'll just put that on again. So there's your inside and outside temperatures. That's the water pump, so you can just turn that on and off. And you've got your battery monitor, which should tell you what the levels of the batteries are. And then the water, which obviously our freshwater tank is empty, as is our waste, because we've drained it all down while we're not away. Then this is your whale water heater. So usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes to heat that up, to heat up a tank of water, which I think is about 8 litres worth. So that's quite good. And then you've got your Webasto diesel heater as well, which I have to say is really effective. And having gone from a VW where we had the pop top, this van holds the heat really, really well. So actually, when it's been really cold, I think we stayed away when it was something like -5 or 6, we just had it on about 17 overnight, and it was absolutely fine. So that works really well. So that's just a bit more of an in-depth tour of the Adria Twin Supreme 640 SGX. If you've got any questions, please let me know. If there's anything specific that you want to see or that you want to know more about, then please do drop me a message. I know how much these videos helped us, so if this can help you in any way at all, then you know, we'd be really happy. So I will do some more on the outside of the van as well, so things like the fresh water, the toilet, the wastewater, just showing you where that is and how that all works. So I'll do that probably in the next video. But thanks for watching, and yeah, please do get in touch, put comments below. Thanks.